Demand is returning to the housing market. We're in an environment of really great affordability, very low interest rates, the 30-year hovering around 5%, deep discounting, as you have mentioned before, a lot of distressed homes, investors coming into the market. So it is an environment where if you start to feel more confident about your income and your economic environment, it does lend to a good environment to purchase homes right now.
Hey, Michelle, it's Adam. Let me jump in here. Two statistics that kind of scare me a little bit. I'm hoping you can help me whistle past the graveyard, and that is delinquencies up at 9.64%. In other words, almost 1 in 10 mortgages delinquent, and of course, inventory of homes right now twice what it was back in '01. I mean, those two together are a little scary. What do you make of that?
They are scary. I mean, they're definitely the biggest hurdles to the housing recovery. There's still a very large foreclosure pipeline, which you can see by looking at these large delinquency numbers. So we're looking for a large wave of foreclosures over the next several years. So it's going to stay with the housing market for a while. And one of the reasons that it's going to be a prolonged drag is because a lot of these mortgages are being held up in the system. They're not quite being modified, but they're not yet going to foreclosure either. So there's a lot of homes, distressed properties that are going to enter the market and add to inventory.
Michelle, I want to jump in here. We got some spending numbers this morning, a little bit lighter than expected, but we still did see a growth. Do you see the consumer spending coming back in 2010?
Certainly. I think we've already seen evidence of that. It's slow to begin. Consumers largely cut back spending during the recession, during that shock period, and now they're slowly starting to return. They're doing so in a kind of conservative manner in that you're still looking for discounting out there. The areas that saw the biggest decline in activity, like auto sales, for example, have seen a pop higher, but still at low levels. So I think there's a lot of pent-up demand, and I think consumers are starting to spend. And as the economy continues to recover, as it proves to be a sustained recovery, which we think it will, consumer spending should then increase as well.
Okay, Michelle, thanks for talking with us about the economy and the economic data we're getting. Michelle Meyer of Barclays Capital.